You check the Facebook page. I'll check the YouTube page. Oh, I put on the TV. Wrong one. Facebook page. I'll check the YouTube. Oh man, are we froze? Come on. We did that all that time and now it's going to freeze. Can you guys hear us? I know you probably can't see us. We look like statues.
I think we're moving. We're moving. It's just on our side.
All right, so we're moving slow. All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope everything is fine. You've had a good couple of weeks, and we're glad that you're with us on tonight. How you been today?
Oh, I'm okay. Trying to survive the heat.
Has it been hot or has it been hot?
Oh my goodness. These tornadoes, the fire tornadoes, it's already hot. And on top of that, we have fire tornadoes. Oh my goodness. It just makes you know and realize that I think the world's coming to the end real soon.
You better be on the right side. That's all I can say. Whatever side that is, you better be on the right side. Let
me see if I can tag a few people because we're a little low on the viewers right now.
Yeah. Well, it's hot. Folks trying to get cool, so you know how that go. We are excited today that we're going to share another small business with you that we're just excited about. That's our thing. I even wore my boy's shirt tonight. Shout out to J Red, Hoodish and Holy. We doing that thing tonight. But, we always enjoy supporting small businesses. And so we definitely want to do that tonight.
Yeah.
This one, we actually, we just not just bring it on. We actually have supported. I am wearing some of the eyewear that this person has. So, we are so excited to bring on Ayesha White of Suggested Eyes. So now here she is. Woo! We need some sound effects.
I know.
Yeah, we got to get some sound effects.
I can bring my horn out if you want me to blow my.
I'm gonna let you leave that for your
The other
bling
thing, other
stuff.
thing, other thing.
Hey, Miss Ayesha.
How
Hi,
are
hi,
you?
Miss Angela.
How's
Thank
everything going?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me on your show. It is so nice. It was so awesome to actually be backstage and my camera to tell me that I'm backstage. So that's really awesome. This is so nice.
That's
For having
good.
me.
That's good.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for agreeing to come on.
Now you kind of got, I don't want to say part ownership of this, but you kind of push the brain trust of what we're doing now. When we came to see you initially, and you talked about how well we get along together, and we should be doing something.
Right.
Mhm. That
And
Right.
we've told this before, about a friend of ours in Stockton that suggested that we do something similar to this. But when we met you, you basically ignited the spark
Yeah.
in us to really sit down and think about doing it. And so we wrote something out, and here we are.
Here
And
we are.
now you a guest on the show.
Yes.
Oh my God. I
Yay.
am so excited, you guys. I saw it in you right away, but you guys took it to the next level. This whole setup here is just amazing. You guys just took it, and yeah, it was definitely God sent for you. I love your
Thank
vibe
you.
and your
Thank
connection.
you.
You're welcome.
Well, we try to walk. We trying to walk in excellence. We trying.
You're doing a
So,
good job. The start is good, so the start's great, so it's gonna work.
well, we
Well,
only can go from here, right?
Yes.
So let's get into talking about you for a little bit. Tell us about Suggested Eye.
So, Suggested Eyewear is an optical shop here in Sacramento. We sell prescription glasses. So, basically, there's an optometrist and then there's an optician. I'm a licensed optician and I fill prescriptions for glasses. So, we have a location here in South Sacramento that I do it out of.
awesome. Awesome. So how long have you been doing that again?
17 years I've been in the field, but I've been in business now almost 5 years. February will make 5 years open here on Florin Road.
Awesome. Awesome. And with us being in your shop and customers, I just haven't sent my prescription yet. That's coming soon. But with us being customers, I know I am. We've seen pictures in your shop, and you've had some well-named people in your shop, right?
That's right.
Yes, which has been such a blessing. Yes, yes, we have. One thing I can say is I'm 98% African American client based here. So when people say our people don't support, that is not true. I would not be in business if it wasn't for our people. And
Right.
yes, you're right. I have had a few celebrities stop by and come and patronize us, which has been such a blessing. So yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good. That's awesome. And you do have amazing eyeglasses there. I mean, frames for every day. I mean, you have some awesome frames.
Thank
Now,
you, guys.
can you tell us a little bit about like where you get your frames?
Sure. So, as opticians, or well, having an optical shop, we can open accounts with the manufacturers. So, like Versace and Gucci, the manufacturers are Luxottica. So, being an optician, you're able to have an account with them, and so that's where I purchase. I purchase straight from the manufacturers.
Oh, cool. Now, I know COVID kind of put a damper on some of the items that you normally get, right? Like some of
Yes.
the items you weren't able to get when COVID kind of shut everything down. So
That
you've been able to like pivot in that. How did that work out for you?
Interesting enough, thank God I'm blessed to be able to have enough frames in the store. So it did affect me. Yes. Oh my gosh. It did affect me. But as far as having eyeglasses, I was able to produce that. It affected me in a way of lenses. So sending them off to the laboratory. Yeah. So we don't cut the lenses here. I actually send them off to a laboratory to have the lenses taken care of. And the laboratory shut down for a while due to COVID. So when we were on restriction, they were as well. So it stopped business for us for a couple of months at least. And then they got in got going a little bit slow. But then I'm used to getting my glasses back to my clients in like 3 to 5 business days. Due to COVID, it's moved on to about 7 to 10 business days.
Okay.
And I must say, because I know, us as African Americans, we like a little bling or a little style that you've done you have some very specific frames that in other places that I've been that I haven't seen. And then of course what you did with my lenses, people just love every time. Oh, I love how your lenses look. And I'm like, thank you.
Yes, you did a good job choosing those too. You had an opinion on that too. So
yeah. Well, I mean, that's the great thing too, that we can sit down and collaborate and find the right look, for you and yeah, it's worked out great. I love my glasses, but what I love that I noticed when I was in your shop is that you have some frames. Matter of fact, I saw some last week that I'm gonna have to go get them and just purchase them and just wait till it's time for me to get my next set of glasses. But frames that you don't.
I notated it in your chart. So if I don't have those, I can always order them. If you let me know ahead of time, I can get them for you. Make sure we wrote that down. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. As far as choices, I don't know about I've worked from private practice to lens crafters, which is like corporation, and Stanton Optical. I've worked for a number of different optometry offices. And so with that being said, as far as the choices that you get, as far as lens material, the color, the style, the anti-glare, transitions, progressives, all of those options I'm able to supply because I use the same laboratory as a private optometry office would. So thank you for noticing that. We definitely have all the options that you would get when you go to an optometry office, except for the exam and contacts, which we're working on.
Yeah. What's the gentleman's name? Because I mean, unfortunately, I have to be stuck with wearing glasses, even though I did buy a pair of shades. But the gentleman that has his own, because that's a neat thing that you're doing too, in collaboration with other Black business owners.
Yes.
Maybe you talk about him.
Absolutely. So Dennis Peterson, he's with That Guy Eyewear. I actually work with Dennis he's the first Black-owned optical shop in Sacramento, and I'm the first Black female-owned optical shop in Sacramento. So we make sure that we collaborate on a lot of different things. He, from time to time, cuts my lenses, single vision lenses, which is really awesome. I just make sure that I give him my business for that versus sending it to a laboratory. So we definitely collaborate. When he has clients, we have different styles. So as far as the frame select and the buying of the frames, we have totally different styles, which is awesome because if he gets a client that, for instance, he knows that I have a style that client wants and maybe he doesn't have it in stock, he'll send that client over to me, and vice versa. If I get something and, I have a client that really wants something funky or a certain name brand, I'll do the same.
Right,
Definitely work together.
Now, this is the gentleman this is not the gentleman I saw the last week, right?
No, that
guy too, because his glasses have made it around too. His sunglasses, right?
Yeah, so that's Evolutionary Eyewear. That's my business partner Omizi. We actually collaborated to create an eyewear line, sunglasses for urban, we'll say urban use and very stylish. So he personally is a part of E40. I want to say E40 in the click, but let's see, E40. Oh gosh, how can I? Sick With It Records. There we go. He's a part of Sick With It Records. And so he does a lot of video shoots and different things like that. So throughout the time of doing video shoots, he noticed that it was difficult to find really nice sunglasses for men. And so together, him and I, with my eye and his style and him knowing a lot of different people, we worked together to collaborate to create an eyewear line that carries 23 pieces of sunglasses. Very stylish for women and men.
Okay, I was going to ask, is it just for men or women included as well?
I saw somebody that I believe it was the DO double G with a pair.
Oh, yes, yes. So with Omizi being in the industry, he oftentimes takes the glasses with him and has different artists that purchase them or that he gives a pair to. They'll try them on and take pictures and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's such a fun experience because it's always something that I wanted to do. I've like at a lot of the offices that I've been at throughout my 17 years in the field, I've been the buyer. And so it's always
Mhm.
a pleasure of mine to choose the glasses. So with the eyewear line, we just collaborated with his style as well as my eye for choosing certain styles.
And that was going to be my next question. I mean, what led you to go into this field?
Oh, funny, cutest story. So my little sister, she's 2 years, well, she's a year and a half younger than me. She actually worked as an optician. She went to school to be an optician. And she called me. We don't have the same last name. So she called me and said, they're hiring at my job. And because you don't have the same last name, I think you should take this opportunity because it gets you into the field and all that good stuff. So I went there, worked as a receptionist for 3 years, and then decided to go to school to be an optician myself because I just loved it. I loved helping. I would actually go over there and help sometimes when I wasn't supposed to, just because it was just something so fun. So, yes. So I went on to be an optician, and I haven't looked back since then.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you have that creative, like you said, that creative eye to notice frames and how they would fit on different
Yes.
faces. Because I mean, I've been wearing glasses now for about, well, I don't even want to say how long I've been wearing glasses, but it hasn't been all my life. It's been since I've been an adult. And I've been put into frames that were way too big for my face. And I didn't have that optometrist that would help me, cater the style to where it looked nice. And wearing these big old chunky glasses, but you know what? Now that's back in style.
It is. Yes. Mhm.
But you have that creativity and that eye to notice which frames would look, you know, nice on which faces. I mean, how do you help your clients choose the best?
Yeah. So when you see me come in the shop,
Mhm.
what was you saying? I know exactly what glasses
Yeah.
are gonna fit
Yeah.
that.
You know what? I'll tell you the secret. Yes, it was a lot easier with you because you have a face for frames, Fred. So as far as the glasses that you try
Razor. You hear that?
on, most of them look good. So it was very easy. But generally, what I like to do is choose at least 4 to 5 different choices for different reasons. So I'll choose some really fun and wild glasses because you'll never know how a person is. And you also want to let your client have the freedom to be able to be their self and not to be who you think they look good,
Right, right.
Right.
So I grab about 4 or 5 pair and we look together, but I grab about 4 or 5 pair to try on for different reasons. It gives me an idea of what angle to go with that client. So I'll grab a pair with bling, for instance, if it's a woman. If it's a man, I'll grab gold. I'll grab more, just depending on the style, just 5 different looks. And then depending on your response, I know where to go from there. And we just
Okay.
work together. Mhm.
Yeah.
You ever talk somebody into something that they really wasn't sure about?
Yes, you know why? Because what they were sure about, oh my gosh. So yes, sometimes I do have to for different reasons. So to I've learned how to say it without saying, "Oh my gosh, those are hideous on you." I've learned to say, "Oh my gosh, you really have to be careful because you could hurt someone's feelings with
Oh,
glasses."
Right,
definitely.
right.
It's very sensitive, and I learned that I guess through trial and error. In the past, probably telling people what they look better in, and now, so what I do now is if I notice like a person is trying on their glasses and they're going over their eyebrow and like the frame is just really taking over them, I'll ask them, do they like those things? So I would say,
Yeah.
you
Do you
know,
like those things?
because
You really like
yeah,
that?
well, someone may really want to cover their eyebrow. So I'm just like, okay, if you tell me, yes, you know what, I like my glasses to cover my eyebrow, I leave that alone.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
But I asked that because I think you kind of made the statement that you go to these bigger establishments and it's kind of more they kind of more cater to, well, if that's what you want, then that's fine. So
you like it, I love it.
Yeah, you're going, you're going, and there's all these different 1,000 frames, and I was cleaning out my bathroom, and I was pulling out glasses and I was putting them all in a bag. And so this was like a couple of weeks ago, I was looking for something, and I found that bag with all of those glasses in them, and I started pulling them out and looking at them, and I realized how much similar they look. So it made me think, when I went in, they were just like, well, you buying them, it's your glasses. If you feel they look good on your face,
you
fine.
like them?
Yeah. But that's what I said. That was the difference with you, is that it was like, okay, I know you comfortable. The glasses I stopped wearing, I spent almost $400 for.
Oh, I remember you had a rimless pair.
Yeah, just the glasses themselves. We ain't even talking about the lenses. And so I was wearing them like you drive a car. I'm wearing them till they fall apart. But absolutely. even with the rimless, they still had that same style.
Yeah.
So
that box style.
You laid that out, and like, here's some different looks that'll still work. And like I said, I often get compliments on these glasses. So it's sometimes I think we get stuck, and that can preach. We get stuck in one way and don't want to change. And God's sending somebody to you to show you that there's another way.
Well, yes.
So you were sent to show me there was another way.
That's so awesome. Well, I'm so happy that you like the glasses. I think they look great, and it's really fun to have someone who is unique enough to be able to wear that brown to blue lens or blue to brown lens. That's awesome.
Oh yes. I can't wait for my next go around to see what I do. I'm telling you, actually, I'm coming to get them glasses. I'm coming to get them and have them away, because I don't want nobody else to
get them.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to tell you guys, because I know last time you came in, I think I told you that I was working on getting an eye doctor.
Oh, no. Okay. I might have missed that in the conversation, but
so it's often, I wanted to partner with someone of minority descent. So definitely an African American or Hispanic, Indian, somebody like that, because it was very difficult to find an African American doctor. It's very difficult. And so I finally found one. Her name is Dr. Burnett Collins, and she used to work at Kaiser, but she recently retired. So she's going to be coming over and doing the first and third Saturday. So the African Marketplace.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
She's going to come over and do that. So we'll have an African American eye doctor as well.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
We're gonna believe that. We're gonna believe that with you, because, like I said, it's not saying that we don't want to support other businesses, but we want to be able to support our own. Doctor goes to school all them years, accumulates all this great debt, and had a dream. Just like I was going to ask you, talking about you and your sister. I was like, is this a family business or something? Is your mom, your dad, did they ever go into any of this?
No, I would have to say no, because I'm from Minnesota, and so my sister, I started in Minnesota as an optician. That's where I went to school at, and so my sister still lives in Minnesota. My family still lives in Minnesota. I actually moved here. About 14 years ago now, maybe 15 years ago. I moved here to take care of my mom. So yes, and so everyone lives out of town. But
and you still have that Minnesota accent too. When you say Minnesota,
people say that a lot.
Minnesota.
I guess they hear it when I say Minnesota. Yes.
Yeah. And you just been and visited not too long ago, right?
I did. I went and took my family it was my 6-year-old's first time being there. And so it was really, really great to take him to experience Minnesota. My 8-year-old has been there, and then my 19-year-old was born there. So it was awesome to take them back to see it. the George Floyd site. Oh my gosh, that, you guys, seeing the George Floyd site on TV is much different than seeing it in person. It was just such an experience. And then being from Minnesota during that time was also, I mean, you know, when that was going on and stuff, just to know the neighborhoods that were burnt down was where I was raised. So it's an area called, it's an area called Midway. It's a Midway shopping center. That's where everyone from the inner city goes to shop and all of that good stuff. And so it was really deep to go back and see all that still going on.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it's really interesting. And it's still a lot of things going on in that area. So
yeah, it's still very fresh. But to speak on what you said, Fred, like you said, we're not looking to close out everybody, but we need our dollars to circulate a lot longer in our community. And so just put your dollars where, you know, your heart is, as far as wanting those dollars to circulate in our community, makes sense. Because when you purchase from me, I then go turn around and purchase from other vendors here in the Florence Square Shopping Center, or like, for instance, That Guy Eyewear does my single vision lenses sometimes, things like that. We do to make sure that us business owners here are all in the position to where we know that we want it to circulate. So we at least take it from our hand as much as we can to the next Black business.
So let's you're good at this. so let's transition, because you did. Let's transition into Florence Square and tell us a little bit about Florence Square, where your offices are.
Okay, so Florence Square, oh my gosh. Woo, that's loaded, but it's amazingly loaded. It's amazingly loaded. So let's start with the owner, Tom Donaldson. Tom Donaldson, African-American man, owns the whole building that we're in here, which is huge. I think, okay, I don't want to guess because I want to say, yeah, it's really huge. We have over 200 spaces for offices in the building here, and he's the owner of it. So I came in almost, 4.5 years ago, and it was just, there were two African-American retail businesses in the front of the building. And then on the inside, it was just all nonprofit. So I moved into the inside first. Tom gave me a space on the inside, and we just talked about, you know, small businesses, you know, the opportunity that this building can bring and all that good stuff. And with collaborating with Tom and all of the new businesses, I mean, the businesses that were here, we were able to help support and create Florence Square, which is now the destination spot to find African-American businesses, nonprofits, services, and soon to be wellness professionals.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Go ahead.
So let's go into the marketplace, because I found the place on accident. I'm not going to even sit here and act like I was down. Story. Yeah, I was down and everything. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Terry Does Desserts.
Yes,
but I am a huge fan. I have to walk away. Yeah. I've had to walk away, but I was a huge fan. So when she was here in Elk Grove, you know, I supported her. And then she started doing the pop-ups and all that stuff. So she sent out a pop-up that she was going to be at the African Marketplace.
Florence Square now.
Yeah, well, Florence Square, but the event is the African Marketplace. And I'm like, okay, I don't know where that is. Where is that at? I ain't heard of that place, but I needed my cake fix.
I know that's right. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So I told her, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go by and get, you know, some stuff from Terry Does Desserts, and headed over there. And when I got in the parking lot, I was like, yeah, so there's a lot of people here for some cakes. A lot of Black people here for cake. Everybody loves cake, right? Everybody loves cake. Yes. And when I walked in, I was just like in awe. I was like, you know, it was like you found something for the first time. I was like, oh, Black people.
And you heard that sound.
Yeah. Yes. You know, I almost forgot what I was there for. And I'm like, what's all these black people? And everybody's selling something. And I'm like,
Yes.
this is crazy. What is
Amazing.
going on here?
It's so amazing.
So I went and got my stuff from her because, you know, got to handle business.
Yeah.
And then,
first,
first things first, you got to do what you got.
Get my cake.
Yeah, I need my cake.
Yes.
You know, she be running out. So, you know, you got to get there.
She sure does.
But then I was talking to this lady and she was selling jewelry. And it's not the first piece of jewelry I've ever bought, but for her. But I was like, oh, I think she'll like this. So I bought it, and I was just so excited, you know, just the idea of being able to support and all these different businesses that are in there to support. And I was like, wow, this is, you know, what we need.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Then during Christmas, you know, going full circle this last Christmas to be able, you know, to have her jewelry business,
Yes.
you know, in there. Yeah, I was like, wow, this is really awesome. And I was really surprised when I told some people they didn't know, and then other people were like, oh yeah, I know about the place. But I was like, well, they said it like they don't support, they just know it.
Yes.
But I mean, this is a great opportunity to, as you said, keep the dollar in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And I think that's
in the community.
And I think that's so important. And this is such a great avenue to do this.
I agree. You know, it's a, you know, some people have attended maybe 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago when it was first growing. Oh, it's a whole nother world now. It's a whole nother experience now because of all the businesses that are in here, the energy from the business owners. Like I said, prior to all of the businesses moving in, on the inside, there was carpet. Every office was set up for like an office. So they were set up for like nonprofit. Well, the business owners, we all redecorated our spaces, put flooring in, actually put a lot of energy, love, and time into our spaces to make them look nice, professional, pleasant, and all of that good stuff. And so now the visit for someone who's maybe hasn't been here in 2 years, even 1 year, even, but we'll go to 2 years. It's worth coming back to see the museum. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a big pillar to this building. It's been here for 20 years. The African American Museum. Shona McDaniels, the wonderful artist, Shona McDaniels, has been here for 20 years. Her and Tom partnered up to create the murals that are in the building. So in the back of this building here, on the inside, if you walk all the way to the back, there's a wall.
Yeah, I've been lost back there.
yes. So that's the art walk. It's the art walk. It's a wall full of murals, and Shona McDaniels was the main artist. And of course, she's brought people in to collaborate and help her create some of the murals, but she's one of the main artists. And so she now, this is just how good God is. This is a testimony for her. Is she's been wanting a building for years. For years, she's just been like, you know, I don't understand why all of these people are getting buildings and I'm not. Like, the city is handing other nationalities buildings for their museums, for their all sorts of different things. So she was just really like, well, why am I not getting a building? You know why? Because God has something else in store for her. Tom Donaldson, with her and Tom, they are expanding the museum times 4 of what it is right now.
Wow.
She now has her building, and the reason why she didn't get it before is because it was here. Because it was already coming for her. So now she's been she's just so amazing, but she has a lot of really great I want to call them artifacts, but whatever you have in museums that
you know the art, the thing that they got in the museum.
All the
stuff that they got in there.
1820
old
stuff like that. Yeah, old stuff. So she has a lot of really nice stuff like that. So now expanding times 4 of the space she's in, she's able to really do what she's been wanting to do for the whole 20 years that she's been.
Wow. That's good.
That's amazing.
It feels so good. And I'm so happy for her because she is amazing, you guys. She has a heart of gold. She is, yeah.
And that's what it looks like too back there. It looks like it does. It just looks like there's a lot of history.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
history.
It looks like a lot of history back there.
Yes,
and
there is.
It's long and it seemed to go forever, but
it goes forever. It does. It's like really a workout. By the time you get to the end of that art walk, you are kind of like winded because I was doing a video. Okay, yeah. Anyways, you're winded.
I was back there looking and I started feeling, I was like, oh, am I going into a restricted area? Because I keep walking and it's not ending.
Yes. So that's really awesome. Let me think of what else we have. We have, do you mind if I name some businesses here?
Sure.
That's what we're about.
Oh, awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we have Hidden Gems Thrift Store. I'm thinking of the outer portion of the building is what I'm going to name first. So Hidden Gems, we have a thrift store here. We have a tax company, and he's been here 9 years, maybe almost 10 years. His name's Andre, and his tax company is Max Taxes, MAXX Taxes. He's been here 9 years in business, beautiful establishment. And then we have a nail salon. I'm thinking as we walk up, there's a nail salon there, Ebony Nails, really amazing. She does nails. She uses natural nail care.
Yeah, this I don't know about that.
Yeah, over your Yes, and so then we have not beauty supply store, barbershop, beauty supply store, bookstore, you guys. We have a bookstore. We have soap stores. We have African.
Yeah.
Yes. Toronto. He's Adesino
black
products.
soap.
Yes. Adesino products. That's Toronto. And then we have a African stores. Oh, we have a holistic store. London. She sells holistic items.
Yes.
Crystals and
that's what I get my
beard.
Yeah.
Pharaoh beard balm. Yes. And now we are going to be having a wellness center. Well, I call it's actually wellness suites. So I have this idea. Well, being an African-American optician, I've heard over and over again, is it okay to segment into this part?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
We're just rolling.
Yes, I know that's right. Being an optician, I've heard many times, oh, it's so hard to find a Black anything in the wellness field, doctors, dentists, all of that good stuff. And so Tom, actually, the owner of the building, had 10,000 square feet of space that opened up. It used to be the WIC office, but now the WIC office has moved. And so he had the space open for about a year. And I always say God is the number one reason for all the ideas that I ever have. So God blessed me with the thought to say, why don't you write up a proposal for Tom about the wellness suites and your ideas and all that good stuff, present it to him and see what he says. Well, I did just that. And Tom loved the idea. He took it on. And so what we are doing is, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that there? Not really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it says, don't grow your business alone. What it is it's suites available for wellness professionals to rent. So in this building here, we're going to have a corridor for retail, which is when you come in the building, it will be retail there. And then in the middle of the building, it will be nonprofits and services. So we have Earth Mama Healing nonprofit. We have Voice of the Youth, which is Barry Axius, his nonprofit, and just a ton more over there of nonprofits in the center of the building. And then on the left side towards Mi Rancho is going to be the medical and wellness suites.
Wow.
So far, I just want to tell you a quick story. I actually had really low vitamin D, you guys, and I didn't know I had low vitamin D. I went to my first Black doctor, and she said, you know what? I'm telling her my symptoms. I've been telling doctors for years. And so she finally said, no, we're going to check you for vitamin D. So she checked me for vitamin D. I was deficient in it. So she gave me this heavy dosage of vitamin D. And you guys, I went from depressed without a reason. I mean, I didn't know why I was depressed. I would literally leave this office crying, because of whatever reason. Well, come to find out, the symptoms of deficiency of vitamin D is depression. It's muscle weakness. So when you think you want to work out, oh no, you're not working out. Yeah. With the vitamin D deficiency, don't try.
I need vitamin D to say no to that. No, me neither. But so, that's hilarious. So
yes. And so anyhow, it just sparked something in me like, wow, it took for me to get a Black doctor to find out I was so deficient in vitamin D.
Wow.
And guess what, you guys? Through God, she was talking to me and she was saying that she wanted to do something like open up a wellness center. This was probably about 3 years ago. She is a part of the wellness suites.
Yeah.
We're going to have a doctor, you guys. Yay! We're going to have a Black doctor. There's going to be 3 of them, and they're going to be all in different field, different specialties. But she has 1,000 square feet of space over there where she's going to have 3 exam rooms, a receptionist, medical assistants, nurses station, everything you need. You will be able to go there. Yes.
And I think when you were saying that about when you said that, it made me you not knowing. It goes back to that thing. We're not saying, drop all your people,
No.
and I only do Black. I'm not saying that,
Not at all.
it's interesting that lately in the news, and it's been like that before, that that's one of those things that are talked about, along with racism, classism, all that kind of stuff is education, is also healthcare, and how and I guess we all gonna go on tangents.
Yeah.
I remember when my mom was in the hospital, and she felt like, and she knew she was going to die. Yeah. And they were checking her, they were running tests and all of these different things, and they were about to release her, and she told her doctor, which was Black, but he's an older guy. He got kind of got a little older. I need more tests done on me. I know that there's something wrong with me. Yes. And I'm not leaving this hospital. I don't know how that was going to work, but she's like, I'm not leaving this hospital until you run these tests. And when they ran those final tests, they found what was wrong with her, and they were able to, of course, heal her, because she's still here today.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be a sad story. I was sitting over here like, no,
they were able to properly treat her.
Yeah.
Yay.
But the point was that she was her own advocate.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the doctor. I want to say his name because he was my doctor too when I was a kid. I said I'm not going to say his name. Kid. But sometimes you don't know what to say or how to explain how you're feeling, and it's just like everything else, that when you're trying to explain something to a group of people that don't look like you, they can't quite get it. And so I think it's also that same thing in the medical field, that there's different things that happen to us because of our race and our age and all that stuff. Absolutely. And they don't know how to, they know their doctor stuff, but they don't know how to help us. And so that's been that vitamin D thing that's been told to me too. To do
men as well. Absolutely.
And that it's mainly for us, but you got to find people that you can talk to. And that's why I said I'm not knocking all doctors, but when we first moved here, I had a doctor that I'll be ready to say his name.
Don't say his name.
But I had been good. I had been well, and all of a sudden I got here and I started feeling sick, and kept staying sick. And so I went to see him, and I'm telling him what's going on, and he's looking at me like I was making it up or something like that.
Yes.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to come see you. Right. I got better things to do than come give you my copay, and then you make $3,000 off of me coming complaining, and you not doing nothing. I know how the game works. I've been in the state for a long time. I know how HMOs work. Yep. So you just have me just keep coming in, and you're not doing nothing. Yeah. So I think it's important to be able to have people that know how we grew up, know our diet, know how it is to live in an inner city, and you lived I've been reading this book, and you're like, oh Lord, here we go. But I've been reading this book, and it talked about how, you know, the redlining and all that stuff, but how where we lived, that chemically it was bad for us.
Yes.
You know, and so all of these things, and then you have kids, then your kids have kids, and then your kids have kids, and you got this medical thing going on that you can't explain.
Yes.
True.
So I know I went all around the world to say that is an awesome blessing to be able to have someone that understands the inner workings of you. And I'm not talking about spiritually, but naturally, but maybe even spiritually. She might have it too. I don't know. I don't know the doctor, but I might have to come see her.
Her husband's a pastor. Funny thing you say that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
they got the whole thing going.
They got it all figured out. So
I heard that.
We also have mental health, because that's so important. Like for us, even me growing up, when I heard mental health, I heard schizophrenic. Oh, you're schizophrenic. You need a mental health therapist. That was like what just popped in my head. Like not really schizophrenic, like as what it really means, but it was just like a person that would need to see a therapist has schizophrenia. That's what I would just mentally think, because it's so not talked about, or it's actually talked down upon in our community. Now it's getting better because people are understanding it more, and people are reaching out more, and people are speaking up more about reaching out. But it was just so foreign for us to want to have a mental health therapist. And so we have a youth mental health center that's going to be in there. Yes, Dana Ayesha, she has a nonprofit Escape Velocity Resource Foundation. She works with a ton of youth, and she does a lot of really nice programs for the youth in the community. So she's going to have a mental health space for teens, for youth. And then we're going to have mental health professionals for ourselves, so that we have access to African-American therapists. Because again, like you said, Fred, it's not about saying, don't go see the other people. It's more or less about, if I say something to an African-American therapist that I may say to a different nationality therapist, the different nationality therapist may send me to a crazy home. Whereas the African-American has been, they've been there, done that. So sorry. They've been
that black lady crazy.
No. That's exactly right. I mean, I was sharing with a friend last week about my encounter with the mental health professional, and I was actually glad that I went. And it was something that was not really spoken in our household against, but it was something that it was like an unwritten thing that you don't go see no therapist. You don't tell nobody but God, or you tell your auntie or somebody, but they give you all kind of wrong advice, and you're still jacked up in your thinking after that, because you didn't actually go and seek the right advice and the right person that can help you navigate through whatever that issue might have been that you need to see the therapist for in the first place. So it is totally okay to have Jesus in therapy.
Yes, agreed. I absolutely agree.
Hey, Jesus in therapy.
But and also what
that's a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt.
Right. T-shirt.
Right. Jesus in therapy.
Yes.
But like you were saying before, that sometimes we can say something to us and we'll get it, but that same thing that we say to somebody else, they're looking at you like, what do you mean?
That's just in your head. It's just in your head.
Yes.
But we kind of know our own vernacular, and when we say, I'm straight, it don't mean that, straight has a different term for us. If we said it to someone else who's not familiar with that term, they'll be like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
And I think trauma too. I mean, trauma is way different. And I don't want to get too far into this, because we were talking about your business and the marketplace.
Yeah, but it all makes sense.
This is part of it. A couple of weeks ago, saw a video where a whole family, was females and kids, and they were all face down on the ground. The cops had them face down.
Whoa, my God.
And so my thought was, not dismissing the women, the mothers, but that those kids, that was going to be a lasting effect on them. And so if they were trying to, they went through their adulthood and they couldn't understand maybe why they're always angry or upset or depressed or whatever, that you try to bring that out, that trauma out, and have someone that hasn't had to experience that, or their children haven't had to experience that, and they would handle you differently. They'll treat you, but they're not really ever going to treat the symptom, because they're going to treat the problem, but they're not going to treat the symptom.
There you go.
And
or the root,
to the root of the cause.
Yeah.
Because they can't understand that, because one, they don't think that there's an issue already. And I'm trying not to get in there. I leave that for that other brother that you got that works there. Yes. That's his vein.
Oh yes.
But I just think that it's time for us to have people that we can feel comfortable with. And like you said, we have another friend that deals with this actual subject matter, because she came from the same thing of depression and the whole thing of you don't talk about it in church and stuff, but she's even shown us and talked to us of why it's important that you need to talk to someone. You need to talk to God. You better be talking to God, but you need to be able to express yourself and get things out and be able to say things that unfortunately may only be where you are in the culture to understand.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that. I think that's great. And I don't know what your timeline is, but on that, please keep us in the loop so we can make sure we're supporting it. We're posting it. So people know, hey, there are people here that, it ain't just food and history. There's also things that'll save your life.
Yeah.
Yes. Essential businesses here too. Like, gosh, it seems like pretty much everything that you may need except for, a grocery store. We have, you name it, you can probably check Florence Square's Facebook page and see a professional. So another one of the goals going into what you just said, with the wellness suites is to be able to, if we don't have it here, we should be able to refer you to someone who does. That is within your culture, someone who does have it.
Yeah.
And we also have space available. So we're still looking for wellness professionals. So I just want to let everyone that's listening know that if you know any wellness professionals that may be looking for a new space to move into, it's going to be 10,000 square feet of brand new build out. So the good thing about this space here is it's an empty shell right now. What you see if you walk in the space, which I have it on, if the listeners want, they can go to Florence Square Wellness Suites page, Facebook page, and there's a video there that shows how the suites look right now. They're basically a shell. So a business owner has the opportunity to come in and say, I want a closet here, please. I'd like a restroom there. I'd like water here. I'd like a door here. You can build out your own space.
Design their own space
right now. But we're going to be moving forward pretty quickly here. We plan on having everything done within the next 6 months, but we're going to be moving forward pretty quickly. So at that point, you won't have the opportunity to actually choose how you'd like it built out. So right now is the perfect time to reach out to me to get yourself to schedule an appointment to come and take a look at that space.
Yeah.
So you manage most of the buildings or properties in the
No.
Okay.
Nope. Tom Donaldson actually, oh gosh, he does it all. He manages them. He owns it. He fixes stuff. Right now, if I needed a light fixed in here, he would bring his ladder in here himself and come and fix that light.
I think we saw him at Christmas time.
Yeah, we did. We definitely saw him at Christmas time.
He was changing lights in the middle of all that. All that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he'll get down and do the stuff. So I'm sorry. Oh yeah, so I don't manage the whole building. All the business owners are their own owners. I just own 3 spaces here. The Suggested Eyewear, and then on the inside, being a entrepreneur, I realized that well, God, again, I want to always attribute everything back to God, but God gave me this great idea at like 4:00 in the morning to create something called something that allows small businesses the opportunity to come and do pop-up shops, to where business owners, yes, business owners that are not quite ready to take that leap of having their own brick and mortar space full time, or if they may have a full-time job, so they just want to do weekends or evenings. My husband and I opened up the retail pop-up venue, and it's a venue that allows small businesses to come and do a pop-up shop. We have slat wall, we have fixtures. It's a keyless entry. You come, you enter the code that we give you, go in, there's slat walls and all the fixtures you need to have yourself a pop-up shop.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
yes.
Awesome. So what's new for Suggested Eyewear?
The doctor. Oh,
Coming up.
Yes, coming up. The moving into the building. So I am going to move into the wellness suites. I'm not going to be in the front anymore, which I love being here, but it's something about having all the wellness professionals in one area. The energy that's going to bring.
Yes.
So I am going to move on the inside there to support the wellness suites, and the doctor is going to come in at that time. So we're going to create a larger space than what I have now, and we're going to have a section.
So that means more glasses.
Yay!
More glasses.
More frames.
More frames.
So excited.
More choices.
Yes, it's so fun and so exciting to be a part of this building. It's been such a blessing for me. I was going to share a story. Well, I will really quickly. Being in the field of optometry, I've always worked with other nationalities. And so long story short, I was going by Michelle, you guys. My name was Michelle because my name is Ayesha. And so to say that I love my name, but to say Ayesha to everyone, I would always be like, they would always, oh gosh, I would just have to explain a lot after it. So, oh, it's Ayesha. How do you spell it? This and this and that. It was just very foreign to them. And so I would just go by Michelle. My name tag said Michelle and everything. Well, I know.
I don't think he spelled her name right anyway.
Oh, she spelled her whole name.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that means I was spelling it wrong the whole time.
No.
Look, because you put your name across with an I instead of I think I put an E.
That's how I spell it for people to pronounce it. Ayesha with an E, because Ayesha here spells Ayshia, but my mom actually spelled it this way. So when I typed in, I was rushing to get on, and I just spelled it right. And I looked at it so that's the story. I'm sorry. That's the story behind the spelling there. But yeah. So, anyways, I want to tell you.
Wow. I feel like you had to give yourself another name so people could interact with you.
So they can say it right.
So they can say it right, and so that they don't say a lot of extra stuff. Like I would have to hear so much stuff that it would just be like Michelle. And so to this day,
my name is Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle too, not Michelle, Michelle. Yes. And so God was ready for me to change it back to Ayesha. So when I came here, it was like, no, girl, go be yourself in your own establishment.
Yes.
Your own people, and be 98% African-American business based. So now I said that to say, if you have, for the listeners, if you have family members that are coming in town, or just family members that you feel need this experience, the cultural experience, bring them down the floor and square. You're not pressured. One thing, and I don't know if you two felt this energy as well, but the businesses that are housed here, we don't force sales. We don't run you down to force you to buy something. And we also don't gouge the prices. So the beauty supply store, the nail salon, barbershop, we are all very reasonable in price. And so back to what I was saying, if you have family that are coming in town, bring them here. because the experience, whether you just come to walk the building and see all the beautiful art that Shona McDaniels has created,
Yeah.
or just stop into each business and just hear their story, it's so uplifting to show the youth as well as elders, as well as, you know, definitely from little kids on up. It's so beautiful to be able to bring them in this building to see similar faces like theirs, and to know and believe in themselves and know that they can do it.
Right. And as a consumer, I'll say it that way. When you go in and you're just walking, and you may not be going to another business, but you're going to wherever you're going, the owners or people just in the building, they just make you feel welcome there.
Yes.
You know, we walked into many retail stores and you feel like, well, maybe I need to go back out because feel a little uncomfortable shopping here. You know, but you know, everybody, even if you're not supporting their business per se, they make you feel comfortable being in the marketplace.
Absolutely. Very welcoming. There was one more thing that you brought up that I wanted to say. Oh, the African marketplace. I don't want to leave that out.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's another huge pillar in the community for us too here. The African marketplace, it's a place where vendors can come along with the businesses that are inside. As you said, Fred, vendors set up their tables. And so you're able to experience other businesses that may not have brick and mortars, or some of them have brick and mortars, but they just want to market their business a little more. So on the first and third Saturdays, we have the African marketplace consistently, first and third Saturday, rain, sleet, or snow. And you can come here, and at that time you can get food. We have food vendors, we have retail, nonprofit, even
what's the popcorn lady's name?
Kelly Corn. Yes, the best popcorn in Sacramento.
Give it up for her. Oh my God.
Kelly Corn. She's on Facebook too. She has the best popcorn in Sacramento, in my opinion. And so
really good popcorn.
It is so good.
Yes. And
I bought some beads from there. What else am I bought? Of course, my skin stuff. Shout out to T.
Yay.
You know, so I get my soap from him.
Incense.
Yeah. Just bought some incense, actually.
And now we have the barbershop.
And
the barbershop now. Yeah. So that's really awesome. That's just so great. There was one thing that you said that I just forgot the thought, but it was along with, the vendors. Yeah. So we have one last thing. Barry Axius, he has, he calls his business Seriously Delicious, I believe, but he is famous for his oxtails and crab legs that you can come get year round.
Legs.
I see no crab legs out there.
Oh yeah. You know, I think he does crab legs one Saturday for the marketplace, and then the other Saturday, I believe he does
the oxtails.
Don't quote me. Yes, don't quote me, but every time he's very, very known. So if you ever want that kind of stuff, come to the African marketplace.
Says the person who doesn't eat meat.
I know.
Hey, you gotta tell everything. You can't just tell your favorite stuff. You gotta tell everything. Yes. Somebody, when you said crab, they said shondo. Probably when you said oxtails, they said shondo. I'm not that guy, but I'm definitely down for the crab. That's for sure. And somebody does Jamaican food every now and then too, I believe.
That's the same person. But
it's the same person too?
Muhammad Meats. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the meat store. We also have a meat store here. Muhammad Meats, he sells halal meat. And so you name it, he can get it. And it's right inside of the building. He also sells food. He sells fish. Yeah, he has all meat and they're all halal. I don't know if you know what halal is.
Please explain.
I just found out this year. So halal meat, quickly to explain it, it's the way the meat is, it's the way the animal's killed. So it's not as violent. So
humane.
Yes. So halal meat, they're like treated better. They're killed better.
They're killed better.
Oh, you gotta die today.
Oh my gosh. Yes, you guys know how I feel about that with cutting.
Yes.
But so yes, halal meat. It's well known in the Muslim community.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Anything?
And one last thing before we leave.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
saw that.
I actually did put that, and I did put that on our business page.
Awesome. Thank you. The Black Food Fest, you guys. We weren't going to have it due to the social distancing and everything that's happening, but the team and I sat down, came up with the plan of how we can do it. Gunther's Ice Cream downtown, they have an outdoor
Yeah.
So we're going to do similar. We're going to make sure that we have everything that's needed. We're going to do temperature checks. We are going to barricade everything off. So there's one entrance that you can go in and one exit that you can go out of. Well, two exits, but one entrance. And just do temperature checks. We're going to have hand sanitizers, gloves, and face mask. 97.5.
So give the day and the time, and
thank you.
And maybe even some of the vendors that are going to be there.
So it's September 12th, 12 to 7 p.m. We're going to have food vendors, retail vendors, entertainment. We have a wonderful band. A gentleman named Damani, he actually is the one who puts together the band entertainment that we have at the African Marketplace. So he's going to bring 2 bands out. We are going to have a competition. I can't mention the competition yet because we're still working on the details. I know it's going
I want to see if I need to get ready.
Yes, it's going to be really, really awesome. But you can follow us, find the event Black Food Fest 2020. It's on Facebook. So you can, for the listeners, you can click going or interested, and you'll get updates on the different things that are happening at the event. But this is our second annual.
We've been reposting anything because I already signed up. So anything that comes up that's new, I've just posted it on our page.
Thank you, Fred and Angela. I have to thank you guys for doing what you're doing, creating this platform for us, this professional, beautiful, all the way Wendy Williams studio.
You are killing me with Wendy Williams.
I don't think they know that I was just in the waiting room and backstage. My screen told me when I was waiting, I had my whole little room and all that good stuff.
Your own little snacks, everything.
Yes, girl. I was able to do all that good stuff. I was backstage, honey. It said it. So I just want to thank you guys for providing this platform for us, because it's much needed. Like, to be able to get the word out. I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't even know about this space, but platforms like yours allows us to be able to get the word out. So I just thank you two, husband and wife, which is so amazing, for being able to create this partnership and for being so fun, you guys, and being yourself.
Thank you.
We don't know who else to be.
And you know what? We owe this. You know, you get partial credit for this because, like we said, it was a friend of his that first told us about it. But you were the second person who was like, you guys are so fun. You guys need to do something and have your own show. Yeah. So we kind of took what you said and ran.
You guys ran a whole mile. I was like, wait, I can't even. Because this is really nice. This is really, really nice, you guys. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on and being with us on today, for sharing about Suggested Eyewear and all of the wonderful spaces and businesses that are inside of Florin Suites, the wellness suites. That's incredible.
I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you, guys.
Great.
And how can people get in contact with you if they want to come see you?
They want these shades, or they want these shades right here.
Yes. So for me, it's Suggested Eyewear. Let's see here. I'm going to tell you the number. It's 916.
We'll put it in the comments at the bottom too.
Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, 695-0396. And we're in suite 106 for now, where our hours are, due to COVID, 11:30 to 4:30. Yes. Monday through Friday. So you're welcome to find me there. If you want to get involved with anything else, the wellness suites, the retail pop-up venue, the African Marketplace, any of the events, if you'd like to be a vendor, you can contact me at 415-713-4483. And that's my personal number for that kind of business.
Okay. All right.
We'll make sure we post it down in the comments below so people can contact you, because we have your card.
Thank you. Thank you again,
welcome.
Angela. Red. Thank you so
All
much.
right, so we're gonna send you back to the green room for.
Go ahead, have your water and your snacks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that Terry does desserts that I left for you.
Kelly says
Yes.
Kelly corn.
Yeah, some Kelly
Thank
corn.
you. Thank you.
But
Yes.
thank you before we
Thank you,
cut you off.
guys.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
We
appreciate
really
it.
appreciate it.
Much
Yes.
love. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, see you in a minute.
Hold tight.
All right, y'all. Thank you all that were with us on tonight. I know it may not have been super like fun or anything, but
It was fun.
It was fun to me, but it was a little low tonight, but I get it. But we just want to provide information where we can, and I just think that this place is awesome. What they do is awesome.
Yes.
And to hear the expansion of what they're doing, I'm just excited. I might have to change doctors. I don't know. I might have to see about that, because I believe that in this day and time, your health and that, of course, we're working on that, with changing our eating habits and all that, but that's important.
Yeah.
That's important. And that's a very important cog in, having a healthy lifestyle. So this Florin place being able to provide that, along with all of the other great things that they already do, with our history and with providing people a place to do their business. I just think it's awesome.
It is. It's an awesome opportunity for those that are looking for office space as well. So as you heard, Florin Square, they have wellness suites coming that will be open. You can basically tailor, especially if you are in that wellness industry, tailor some office space for your specific needs. But even if you're looking for office space in general, there may be an opportunity for you to have your business in that place as well. So those that are in business, whether you're large or small, check them out and see what they have to offer. And if it fits your needs, then that's an awesome place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna get off. We try to only do about an hour. We ain't been successful yet, but we try.
We tried.
But the next one we already know who's gonna be on.
Yes.
So in the same vein that we were talking about all of these great things about business, we're gonna move to life insurance and money, savings, and all of that stuff.
All the financial stuff that we need to make sure is in order in this life and the next.
And the next, yes. Another thing that we sometimes don't want to talk about. So we're going to have Michael and Angela Lee as our guest for our next Just Moments.
Yes.
So take the next 2 weeks and think about any questions,
financial questions you might have,
questions,
insurance questions, also in investing.
Yes,
which we probably don't do a lot of. So we need to know how to invest, smart investments. If we want to do long term or short term, you can ask questions or send questions to us, and we'll make sure that we get them to them and provide some answers for you when we come on next in 2 weeks.
Yeah, in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. So as we get ready to go, just remember to support your local businesses. Support your local businesses, small businesses, and you all that have small businesses, start looking at places where you can expand your business.
Yes. And be sure to like and follow our YouTube page. It's on YouTube at FA Concepts LLC. We're also on Instagram at FA Concepts LLC on Instagram. And then you're watching us on our Facebook platform, Fred and Angela Jackson, please be sure to like and follow our page here as well. We also are looking for clients. So if you have any needs for web design, content, creating posters, business cards, things of that nature, we're here to service you. So please stop by and see us. You can reach us at faconcepts27@gmail.com, or you can always reach us here on Fred and Angela Jackson and DM us.
All right. So until next time.
See ya.
You all take care.
Have a good evening.